Hi friends, this is Jen with the Budget Bounce. We are living life on a budget, fighting our way through a mountain of debt that we've accumulated over the years. And we talk about life and personal finance on this channel, walking our way through this debt with Dave Ramsey's baby steps. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And also make sure to click on that bell so that you will get notifications when we upload new videos, which is currently every Wednesday. In this video, I'll be sharing our May budget report. So let's jump right in. So here you can see I've got our income category here. And we had some excess money sitting in some old sinking funds. So in addition to our regular income and the payment that my parents make every month to us for the mobile devices that they have on our plan, we also pulled in $465.21 from sinking funds. There were just a number of them sitting out there that we either didn't need anymore or we didn't have a need in the near future for. So I went ahead and just pulled that over so that we could use it this month. I did have to return some clothes to Catherine's, and so that's where we had this unexpected $52 come in, and we got an unexpected reimbursement check from Matt's insurance for $65. So all in all, we came in at $8,106 and change this month. Next up is our housing category, and there's not really much interesting here. This is our standard. We had our mortgage, we had our utilities for the gas and electric, we had to pay for internet and then mobile devices, which actually we were pleasantly surprised that came in $40 under what we originally planned. So we are, pleased to have a $39.98 that we were under this month. Here we have transportation. We were over in gas again. Not sure how we're going to be able to get that under control, other than it will get a lot better in June because Matt will no longer be delivering papers every day as of Sunday, June 10th, which is his first day in almost 5 years of not having to get up at 3 a.m. So, in addition to going over in gas, we had some unexpected expenses with the Trailblazer from last month. So if you recall, if you watched the April budget report, you'll remember that we had some issues with it, and basically it threw a rod and, it threw a rod and we had to have it towed. We didn't know what was wrong with it. We didn't find out until after it got to the mechanic, and then we had to tow it home. So now it's sitting in our driveway. Luckily it's paid for, just paid for in March, but we did have those expenses that we incurred for the month. So one of the things that we did was I did go ahead and cancel the insurance on the Trailblazer since it isn't running. So we did not have to pay that this month. So that was nice. You can see we have our OnStar in here. That's for the Traverse. We had the Trailblazer repairs. We had some minor maintenance to do, just some fluids to buy for the Lucerne. So that made us come in over by $181.48. Next up is groceries and dining in our food category. And you can see, and all in all, we went $6.85 over, which I am pleased with. Actually, this was the best month for our food budget thus far. And while we could certainly spend a lot more, a lot less, having this has really helped kind of keep us on track. And I'm hoping to slowly have this come down little by little, just over time. Ideally, I'd like to get this category to about $500 a month, but I am not sure how that's going to work out. So that's my goal, is to see if we can't get down to $500 by the end of this year. Okay, so here we have entertainment. And again, this was pretty boring. It was very standard, other than I put our wedding anniversary celebration in here. And I did talk about that at the end in our April budget report, because we did that at the very end of the month, right before our anniversary is on the 1st of May. So we went out that weekend, which was the 28th, April 28th, and all of that didn't post until May. So it ended up hitting the May budget. And here you can see we had planned on $100 and we went over by $12.16. That's because we ended up doing something that included Henry instead of just doing something by ourselves. And we've done that several times in the past. I never know for sure what we're going to do. And this time, since we ended up going out to the movies and dinner, all three of us, we came in a little bit over $100. And here is our very boring insurance category. There was only one change to this category. Everything else stayed the same in May. The only change I made was I added Xander Insurance. So I had had this identity theft protection from Xander for many years, going back to when I was on the Dave Ramsey plan back in the early 2000s as a single person. And I got identity theft protection then. And somehow last year, I don't know what happened, but somehow towards the end of 2017, they ended up canceling it. And I know they had a change, and so I think I didn't get onto the website to update my information, and that might be why they canceled it. But that's okay. I just went in and signed up again, and this time it cost $2 a month less for my whole family to be covered. So I'll take that. And so that's what our new addition is for this month. Now, I will say in June, this is going to change significantly because we got all of Matt's benefits information from his new job. So we are very clear on what we're going to be doing. It's just going to take a couple of months for it all to shake out. So this will be changing because we are moving our medical, dental, and vision all over to Matt's employer. And he's also going to add flexible spending, and he's going to have life insurance for himself and Henry. And so we need to get all of this updated in June. So I'm looking forward to that. I crunched all the numbers and everything, and it's definitely going to save us some money over the long run. Up next is the health the health section. And there is currently no expenses in because of the fact that I still have lots of flexible spending money. And so we are doing all of our current expenses through that plan. And then we'll have a little bit more. We're going to have Matt do $100 a month through the end of the year for flexible spending on his plan as well. So we hopefully will not have any expenses in this category this year, now that we both have access to pre-tax dollars to pay for all of our health needs through the flexible spending accounts. The next thing is extras, and you guys have watched me struggle with this category. So you can see here, this is Ascend Financials. This is that software that I haven't used in several months. And last month I canceled it in April, and I wasn't sure if it actually canceled or not. And apparently it did, because it did not come out in May. So I'll be taking this line item off for June. This is Tazewell County, and this is child support that we are waiting for the annual fees to be billed. And I have even called them twice and tried to pay, and they have a new system, and so they aren't prepared to bill for it. They aren't prepared to accept any payments for it. So we're just kind of sitting here in limbo. Usually this is paid by the 1st of April, and here it is, we're at the beginning of June, and I still haven't paid it. So that's what that's going to cost whenever it hits. Next is the budget bounce. So this, of course, is the YouTube channel, and the expenses that we had here, I have a $17 monthly expense for tuber tools, plus I spent $109 on an external hard drive. I think it was a 4 or 5 terabyte hard drive. And then also I had to spend $19 for a power source for my new mic, which I'm not using because for 3 months in a row now, I've come to do my monthly budget report, and I cannot figure out how to make this mic work. So I'm really when Matt gets to the point that he is only working one job, I am making this a top priority for him to come down here and figure out how to make this technology work, because clearly I am not the right person for the job. So anyhow, that is where our $144.99 came in for this month. We didn't have any expenses with Owen's Place. And then I did have some leftover Mary Kay expenses to pay on the Mary Kay Visa. That is a pass-through card that I do for my Mary Kay business. So I had that from last month. We had some unexpected expenses and I wasn't able to pay it all. So I did that this month. And then I guess maybe that should have probably been in the debt line, but that I wasn't thinking in those terms until right now. So anyhow, and then gifts. Oh my goodness, with gifts. You guys, in our family, between April 29th and June 19th, I think there are 11 or 12 events between birthdays and anniversaries that occur. And on top of that, we had a graduation for twins to attend, and we had a wedding. So there were 14 or 15 expenses that were hitting for gifts. Now, I put away $50 a month. And so luckily, I had been putting some money into a sinking fund. So we had almost all of this in sinking funds, but some of it we had to cash flow. So you can see we planned on $250. We had, let's see here. Oh, and Mother's Day too. Mother's Day and Father's Day fall during that time. That's right. So we had Mother's Day, 6 birthdays, and our anniversary that all hit in May. No joke. And we had my sister's birthday is on June 2nd, so I bought her gift in May, so that hit here as well. And I tried to keep everybody, for birthday gifts, I tried to keep everybody at $30 or under. And then for weddings and graduations, for graduations in particular, I typically give the kids $50 each in cash. That's what I've been doing for years for our family. And so that's what we did for the twins. And so anyhow, that was, actually, I don't even think that I put that in here. I think I cash flowed it elsewhere. But yeah, this was the total. Oh, it's going to be in June. That's right. Because it's going to hit in June. Their gifts are for graduation. So anyway, it was crazy. It was crazy the amount of stuff that we had to juggle this month. And June isn't really any better because there's 2 birthdays and of course 2 graduations, plus we had a wedding, plus Father's Day and an anniversary. Now we don't buy anniversary gifts in our family, like I don't buy them for my sister and her husband or my mom and dad. We just recognize it and celebrate it. If we don't, just usually a nice dinner or have some cake and ice cream or something. But still, it's just a lot of family activities happening in a very short period of time, in like a 6 or 7 week span. So clothing, we planned on $75 this month, and that was to get Matt some new pants and that kind of thing to wear to work. It's a business casual environment there, and so he just, rightfully so, just wanted some fresh clothes to wear. And so we shopped for some sales and found him some deals and ended up spending $95.60 there. Then we had Murphy. Murphy came a knocking. He stopped by and broke the dryer. So yeah, we, for the service call and then just to have him fix it, that was just under $200. We were able to cash flow that, thank goodness, because we have a budget and I was able to just move things around. And we didn't pay as much for debt this month as we wanted to, but the dryer's fixed. So with 5 adults and 4 adults, a teenager, and a baby in the house, you can imagine how often our washer and dryer is going. And then the last thing is Amazon Prime. This is my annual membership for our Prime account. I've had it for years and years and years, and it renews in May every year. So since we just started in February, I was saving like $30 a month in February, March, April, and then now it's $9 a month. And so that'll get $9 a month for 11 months a year will get us $99. And so that's how I plan on doing that going forward. So we came in over here by $75 and change. So not too bad. It's probably the best month we've had so far for, quote unquote extras. And certainly a big improvement over May. So so that was our extras for this month. Okay, and here we have envelopes. So overall, we ended up $11.21 over in this category. It actually came mostly from the toiletries because we ended up we needed some extra things this month. But you can see here I put in $100 a month for city utilities, $50 for gas, $50 for entertainment, $50 for gifts every month, $20 for Henry, and $75 for Henry's school, which two totally different things. These are for all of his school fees and everything. He's going to be taking some dual credit courses next year as a junior in high school. And so those are going to cost, those are going to increase his school costs. So we are trying to we're going to cash flow that, but we have to put it in sinking funds to have it ready to go. So image, this is, hair, cosmetics, things like that. I put in 30. Miscellaneous was 50. Pardon me. Nikayla, who's our granddaughter, she's 7 months old. We put in 20 for her. Pets, we put in $88. Spending for me and Matt, we did 40 is what we planned, and then toiletries, we planned on 50. So you can see there was a little bit of difference. We went over in entertainment. We were just under in my spending, and Matt ended up only using 20 of his $40. And then toiletries, we came in over, hence the $11 overage. So here we have sinking funds, and you can see we didn't have a whole lot going on in this category this month. We are limited as to how much we can actually put in them since we have so much debt. So these are literally for the must-haves and an annual splurge for our anniversary. So that's to save up for next year, so we have some money for our anniversary. The one change that we had here where we were under budget was in auto registrations, because in addition to canceling the insurance for our Trailblazer that's not running, I'm also not going to be renewing the tags on it. So I took that, I had to save $9 a month for each vehicle, hence the 27, so that we have enough. It's about $104 or $5 for each renewal. So we have 3 of those every year. And so now I only need 18 a month instead of 27. So that's what we're going to be doing for that for a little while. Overall, we came in $9 under what we planned. And finally, our debt category. So we weren't able to pay off anything this month, but we did make an extra payment to our smallest balance here. That's where you see I planned on 20, and we spent $110 this month on that bill. That left us with a $115 balance. I did have a goal of setting up 3 additional payment plans. If you remember, this is a pretty big category. So we have here what I planned on spending, and that goes on and on and on for a total of $2191.62. But you can see over here, this is my actual spending, and there are a lot of zeros here. And the main reason for that is because of the fact that, well, let me back up. I had a goal of setting up 3 additional payment plans in May, and I was able to do that. So I did that on 3 of my debts, the ones with my name on them. And while I got more payment plans set up, I wasn't able to pay on any of Matt's debts over the phone, which all of these are like in limbo right now. Many of these are still sitting with the credit card company and they won't talk to me, but if they get to a collections company, I have found that the collections will talk to me. So anyway, for all these things that are not sitting in collections yet, they would not talk to me, so I could not make payments because I was doing all this. Like, I'd get to work early and I would spend 30 minutes on the phone trying to make payments. And I did that for a week. I did that every morning when I got into work. And unfortunately, I didn't get very far on any of his, but I was able to set up 3 new ones for me. And so that's why when you look down here, let me get it here where you can see it. So we planned on $21.91 and we spent $19.50, and we ended up $241 under what we planned. And so that is why when you look at our totals down here, we have $239 left to roll over to June. But let's just go back up here and talk about that for just a minute. We are hoping to be able to pay off 2 of our smallest balances. So I think it's these 2 right here. We are hoping to pay these off in June. So that's our goal, is to try to get those 2 paid off and have, this one too. I apologize. These 2. It's these 2. So get this Advanced Foot and Ankle and the Sapansky and Associates. Those are medical bills. We need to get those paid off and be done with those. So hoping to get those done in June. So overall, if you look at our totals down here at the bottom, here you can see our total expenses were planned at $7,877.76. Our total income was $7,878.84. And so we just had $1.08 remaining that I didn't spend on paper before the month began. Over here you can see our actuals where we spent $7,867.33. So that was $10 under what we planned. Plus we got a couple hundred extra dollars. So that's how, for our actual income. So that's how we ended up with $239.60 surplus. So I do have to tell you guys, I am really struggling with how to do this, how to manage the budget. I have tried it 3 or 4 different ways. I've got this Excel spreadsheet, of course. We are doing every dollar as well. And I do that so that Matt can see what's available in the, especially in the grocery budget, the food budget. But it's important for either one of us to have immediate access to that. And while I know how to get out to the Google Drive, I don't know if Matt would even know which report to look at, quite honestly, which file. And, you know, I'm now going to try doing some things in writing to supplement this. I feel like I'm doing our budgeting stuff like 3 times a month, like everything 3 times. So I have to find something that is working because I'm spending so much time updating everything and I don't have time to, when it counts, to be able to get these kinds of things taken care of. And so I just need to knock these debts out so that I can stop having to think about them. So for every one that we get knocked out, it's one less that I have to think about. We started with 38 accounts, 38. And you can see up here at the top that we have paid off, this $5.44. I didn't talk about this. I got a reminder for a past due payment on this card that I actually paid off in March. And I didn't realize this was some interest that had been charged and I had no idea. And so I got that paid off this month. Wasn't planning on it, but these are all of these things that have the new balance here. So how many is that? That's 6. I have 6 things that we've paid off since we started this in February. We're hoping to have 2 more paid off as of next month. So that feels really good. I mean, when I look at this and what we were paying, 125, the trail, it's over $500 a month. It's definitely over $500 a month that we've paid off. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. I just wish it would go faster. I just wish we could do it faster. So anyhow, just wanted to share a little bit. You know, I am struggling a little bit with how to do this. I don't necessarily feel like I'm the most organized. And you guys might not feel that based on what you see in videos, but there's a lot of work that goes into getting this all ready. I'm still struggling with managing all of the details. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to be able to see this. I had created my own spreadsheet, but I did tweak it to using some of the formatting things that Kelly from Freedom in a Budget did. So I think I updated that actually for April. So this is probably the 2nd time you've seen it. And I'm thinking about doing some other things like having a tab that has all of the details of all the groceries that we spent and all of the gas transactions that we had and all of the extras and what goes into all of that. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out, but hopefully this isn't too confusing. I would love some feedback from you guys on how this explanation works for you. Is it something that's helpful? It's certainly helpful for me because I understand it, but part of being out here in YouTube world is to be able to help others as well. So if this, if there's something that you're not understanding, I sure would appreciate, for you to comment down below. If there's something that you like, please feel free to share that. I'm open to constructive criticism. I really am looking to hone this. We are now 4 months in, and I'm still struggling with getting the process down. but we are getting better, and we just have to keep getting better, and we have to keep reminding ourselves of how important it is that we do everything we can to knock out all of this debt, because that is a ridiculous amount of debt right there. And so we just need to keep working to knock it out and put it behind us so that we can live, without all of the stress and the pressure from all of our stupid decisions that we made. Anyhow, that's all I have for you for this month. Again, I'm Jen with the Budget Bounce, and we are living life on a budget, and we are out here with this channel trying to be accountable to, for me, it's really good. It's very therapeutic for me because I'm a nerd and love this. And it's a way for my husband and I to be accountable to one another. I am a wife, a stepmom, a human resources manager, and a grandma. And we have our son, our daughter's fiance, and our granddaughter all living with us. And that was Bella, if you heard that. She just woke up from a nap and shook. Bella, our dog. So anyhow, so we have a dog and 2 cats as well. So it's very busy around here, and we are just loving that, by the way, having our family here. And we really hope that we are, providing some help to somebody out there who needs it. This is certainly helping us, but it's really a bonus if we get to help some other people too. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and we will be back with another video next week. Until next time.